Altcoins have massive gains over the last week or so. Ethereum pushing $4,300, up 26%. We have XRP up about 15%. We have Solana here up about 15%. And so we have many altcoins here that are starting to show a lot of momentum. And I think that is only going to continue for many different reasons. And so I'm going to be talking about 3 altcoins that I think are great buying opportunities right now. And so definitely stay throughout the entire video. If you enjoy this content, do me a favor and hit the like button. And hopefully by the end of this video, you will become a subscriber. And so I made a video a couple of weeks ago talking about the top 5 cryptos to buy right now. And so this video here lays out exactly what is going to be happening, right? With Ethereum, with altcoins. It shows a lot of the patterns that have taken place. I've been in crypto since 2017, and I'm seeing a lot of similarities. And so let's go ahead and jump right into here. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. And so this is a very critical level. And so we can see this has been in an uptrend pattern here since November 2022. And so for about 3 years, we have been in this uptrend pattern now. Bitcoin has been continuing to go up to all the way $120,000. And now for the first time, we just had a break in Bitcoin dominance. And so we can see it fell initially here. We had some consolidation. We ended up bouncing off of this line I talked about in the previous video. And now we have fallen down, right? We are under 60%. And I expect this to continue to fall. Now, this is not a negative thing for the markets, right? It does not mean that Bitcoin has fully topped. And I will be explaining that here shortly. And so let's go ahead and take a look at this here. And so this chart right here does a very good job laying out where we will see altcoin seasons. And so we can see here, in 2017, we saw this massive altcoin season, and then we went into a bull market in the red. And then around June 2020, we started to see more momentum on altcoins. And we had this massive move here in May of 2021. And so we can see right now we're starting to push up here higher on Ethereum. And I do expect in the next couple of days that this indicator here will flash green. Now that is a very bullish indicator for altcoins. And so this is definitely something else to be paying attention to. Now, as I mentioned, Bitcoin dominance dropping is not a bad thing for Bitcoin. And so if we take a look at the market here in 2017, we can see Bitcoin dominance was around 95%, and then we started to see a fall in Bitcoin dominance. However, if we take a look at where Bitcoin dominance was, we have Bitcoin down here at the bottom, right? Bitcoin was trading around $3,000, went all the way up to about $20,000, and we can see Bitcoin dominance was dropping at that time. And same thing in 2021 here. We can see Bitcoin dominance was around 73%. However, Bitcoin was still right around $30,000. And then as Bitcoin dominance started to drop down here, we can see when it dropped down to about 43%, then we had the peak on Bitcoin. And so I expect the exact same thing to happen here as well. We will continue to see Bitcoin dominance drop. However, we could see a push higher on Bitcoin as well. And so that would be very bullish for Ethereum, altcoins, and Bitcoin. Now, if we take a look at another chart here, this is the total altcoin market cap. This has not broken out yet. This has been consolidating here since May of 2021. And so this is a very interesting chart here. If we do a comparison, we can see the altcoin market cap in January of 2018. This was the peak of the altcoin rally for that cycle. And if we compare the difference between the peaks between 2021 and 2018 here, we can see there was an increase of about 300% in growth. And so we're soon going to be breaking out to the upside, and we're going to be pushing higher for the total altcoin market cap. And so if we do a comparison from the previous peak in 2021, and say we go up about 200%, right? Maybe it will not be as much as the 300% gain we had previously, but if it does increase 200%, we'd be looking at about a $5 trillion market cap for altcoins. Now, this would be massive, right? There's a ton of altcoins that are out there that are going to have 10x returns. There's going to be altcoins out there that have 100x returns. And so I have 3 altcoins today that I think are going to have a lot of potential. And so right now, Ethereum is continuing to push higher, right? We're at $4,300. However, there's many altcoins that have not pushed yet. And I think they are very valuable. Now, the first one I want to talk about here is Polygon. Or this is it used to be called Matic, is now POL. And so we can see this has fallen off significantly, right? This was trading above $1. Now we're just under 25 cents right now. I do expect this to start getting a bigger push here as money starts flowing from Ethereum into altcoins. Now, that might be 1 or 2 months yet. However, at this current price here, I think this is a great opportunity. If we go ahead and take a look at Metis, this is a layer 2 for Ethereum. And there are some close ties with the founder of Ethereum and Metis. And so this is currently trading just under $20. We can see this did start moving here. I mentioned it on my X account that this was a great buying opportunity right around $16. And since then, this has been continuing to go up. And so I expect this to continue to follow Ethereum. And so this was trading around $250 at its all-time high. And so there's a lot of upside potential on Metis as well. The last one I want to talk about here is Aerodrome Finance. And so this is going to be working with Coinbase in their base app to allow thousands, if not millions, of different cryptocurrencies to be traded on the base platform. This is the liquidity provider. And so we can see just in the last 7 days, this is up significantly, 65%. And so we started to see a massive move here, and I still think we'll see a lot more upside potential with this. This is just now hitting a $1 billion market cap. I think this could go significantly higher. And so this is definitely one to be paying attention to as well. And so there's many other altcoins out there. If you go ahead and watch that previous video, I talk about other altcoins that I think have a lot of potential as well. And so if you want a bigger picture outlook on altcoins in the crypto markets here, we can see Bitcoin moves first, right? We saw Bitcoin move all the way up to $120,000. Ethereum was falling down. It fell under $2,000. Great buying opportunity. Now we are starting to see a shift. The ETF is getting a lot more inflows. We're getting a lot more discussion around Ethereum with stablecoins. And so we are starting to see more money flow into Ethereum. Ethereum is going up significantly, and Bitcoin is staying relatively stable, right around $116,000. Now, we are going to start seeing money flow from Ethereum into large caps and then into other altcoins. This happens every single time. It may not feel like it right now. You look at Polygon, right? This is not really moving. In the last 24 hours, it's up 1%. In the last 7 days, we're up 27%. So we have started to see some movement. However, I think this will push here back to above $1 very easily. And so let me know your thoughts underneath the video. What are other altcoins that you're looking at that you think have a lot of upside potential? Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next video.